Hello and welcome to another episode of the Electric Norwegian. I'm Mats. Today we're taking the Tesla to the skid pad. The local branch of the Norwegian EV Association is having a day for its members to test the cars on the skid pad. And I've done it before and it's great fun. We'll see how well this thing's. It's still on summer tires, still on the Michelin Pilot Sport Force or whatever it is, 18 inches. I haven't gotten around to mount winter tires yet. This is gonna happen next Friday. It's gonna be around. It's 8 degrees now. It's gonna be maybe 12, 13 later today. So it's, you know, kind of on the limit of what a really proper hardcore tire like this. Yeah, this is in a lower limit temperature wise, not quite lower limit, but it could be better. The tire isn't necessarily optimized to run at 8 degrees, it's optimized to run 15, 20, whatever. So it's going to be interesting. It's also going to be interesting to see how good the traction control system is, if it does kick out or not. Because I'm not going to hold back here. It's not going to be on the boat app and just feed gently in and not make it spin. I'm going to do the trick I can to make this thing go sideways. And I will try, I'm not guaranteed, but I will try to find the contact of the ABS. So try to disconnect all the electronics here, and then see what's what. And if I can do that, then we're gonna have it's gonna go around really. Because you're at a closed circuit, you're gonna learn how the car behaves, and they're gonna have some fun. I guess I can just keep you updated. The car is now passed through, well, actually passed through 11,000 kilometers since I picked it up, and it's fine, no problem. No noises, no rattles. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's in the rattles. Maybe a few sporadic ones. So you just fill it up with, well, you don't fill it up with anything, but you recharge the batteries and you fill it up with windshield washer fluid, really, and you rotate the tires. Go from summer to winter tires in my case, and that's what you do. And it does 300 kilometers on the motorway and more or less 400 on the road. And that's not really that bad. So then we're off at the NAF övningsbana outside of Rockestad. Just down from the Rudskogen racetrack actually. We're going. This is a test center that is full of water and it's very slippery. This is a skid pad facility after all. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I haven't done this in 4 or 5 years, I think, since last time with the Kia Soul. That was an experience indeed. Going down there now, it's 2 sets of tracks here, one with hindrances and another one without. So that's off. Let's see how this thing reacts. The car. Oh, Jesus Lord, in a boat. This isn't. Oh. Oh yeah, on summer tires. This is really slippery stuff. Oh yeah. But it worked. The car started to slide, and well, you all saw what happened. And then but it did manage to keep roughly in the same direction, in the right direction, and it didn't crash. It didn't hit the people. It stopped, or it avoided the obstacles. Hooray! Yes, that's a good thing. Now we're gonna go down and see how the brakes work. Now he's off the skid pad. It's okay, let's go. And brake. Oh, Lord in a boat. This turning and brake. This is full now. It's just sliding around. 56 kilometers an hour. Well, okay. Let's try the corner now, shall we? It's a max speed of 60 kilometers an hour. So far I'm impressed by this thing. It goes exactly where it's supposed to go, roughly anyway. Uh-oh. Let's see. 45. Mother. That went perfectly. I mean, it was a little bit of a skid in the end there, and just counteract that, counter-steer it, and it probably shouldn't have to do that either, and it just goes exactly where it's supposed to go. That's brilliant, really. And then you have this, this slippery slope here. Let's see how it handles that. So until recently they used oil on the metal skid pads. Now they're moving away from oil, and they've changed some of their skid pads from oil to granite. It's like a wet floor, literally, just really slippery. And then you have, and then you use water to yeah. Let's see here, the hill here. Come to full stop, and then if I keep, this is full power. And it just 4 kilometers an hour, 3, but it goes. 2, 1. We can't stop there. You can't stop. 1. We're going backwards now. 1. No, that doesn't work. It just does not feed power in. Let's stop again. No, doesn't want to go up. Right, I have to use the old trick then. Full power, and we're through. That didn't want to go, but this is on summer tires, of course. This is meant to work like yeah, a winter surface after all. We're gonna test the elk move again, the elk maneuver, and see a little bit higher speed this time. We didn't pass them last time, so we're gonna see what happens now. This is really good fun, and people are enjoying themselves. They're learning about their car and themselves. Now this going sideways, but getting through very nicely. The hazards are on now, so but that's how it's supposed to be. It just shows everything is working. And we have a learner driver here as well, a young man. He and his father, I think they're in the Tesla, maybe, well, the white one, one of them, and that's wonderful. Okay, so he's out. Go. Oh, the tires are getting wet and slippery now. Okay, 50, 60, 55. This isn't gonna work. Going off the front, going sideways, going very sideways. No power on now, just letting the system. Oh yes! Look at that! I mean, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! No power on, going through with a bit of region, but the systems are working. They help you to go where you need to go. Oh, I really must say, I do love this. Maybe as you can see from the color of the bonnet, this is not a red car, and this is not mine. This is a turquoise Audi E-Tron. The fat E-Tron, mind you. And I borrowed it from a friend. He now has my car. And it's on very, very worn down summer tires, this thing. They really, there's not very much left of them, but I've been hooning about it a little bit, and it's a very interesting difference. Apart from the Audi being a fantastically quiet, comfortable piece of engineering. And the digital cockpit here is among, if not the best digital cockpit so far. I don't so much care about all the other screens, but they're better than VW's own systems, if nothing else. Let's go into the corner. Doing 50 now, 52. God, this is gonna be so freaking scary. Around somewhere between 50 and 55 kilometers an hour. I know that doesn't sound like much, but if you haven't tried this kind of thing before, well, oh, Lord above. Ooh, it started stepping out there, and that's a Volvo. Let's try going up that hill for fun. Entirely worn down summer tires. Let's stop here, and then oh, it's looking for grip now. It's looking for grip now. It's not finding grip. It's going backwards. It's going backwards. It doesn't stop either, actually. Braking, but now let's hear. Come on, go. Come on. Go upwards. 1, 7, 11, 9. It's. You can hear the electric motors working. It's not going anywhere, this one. This is going backwards again now. Until the rear tires hit the tarmac, and then it just doesn't want to do this. Let's go this. We have to do it in the old-fashioned way. Stop and then floor it. Ooh, yeah. There's no thread in this one left at all, almost. But it goes up. It just needs a little bit of speed. But this is again meant to simulate a winter environment, and this is on worn down summer tires. So the people here who had, there's another one here who was here with E-Tron as well on winter tires. No problem. It just goes. It just grips and goes. Then we can try the. This has the digital mirrors as well, and it's really getting used to looking down at the mirrors instead of where they always have been. Here, let's see, we're having an entry speed of around 50. Turn, brake, and turn, and it's gonna die. No! Ah! Ooh. We killed the persons, they died. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. The car went sideways, it didn't control, didn't grip, didn't steer. I avoided the first people though, but yeah. Okay, let's go down here. Let's try and take this one in 60 now. Okay, 60. Brake. 3 sensors kicking in now, sliding all over the place. And the tire and the what's it called? Seatbelt tighteners kick in as well, keep you in your place. So all the safety systems works, but the weak point is really is no grip in this tires. and the forward drive system is of almost no help. My Tesla, as you've seen, have done that a lot better. Let's see. Oh, is there one there? No. Okay, let's try the corner again. Let's try with higher entry speed this time. So go in with 60 and see what happens. See what's what. This doesn't feel, when you kick it, it doesn't feel much more powerful, any more powerful than my car does. 65, 4, right, around 60 kilometers an hour, turning in, sliding a little bit, sliding out, finding grip, turning, yes, it got through there, just. But you don't really feel that this is 2.5 tons. It's almost 4,000 pounds of car. It doesn't really feel that way, I must say. Now it's one last try, and then we go back to the depot and talk to the people and see how this thing turns out. It's a bit soft and wobbly. Let's see. 63. Lord, on a boat. Ah! Holy Lord! Well, it stopped eventually and then it hit dry tarmac, but this, oof, whew, yeah, this is really, it's good fun though. It's good fun, but that last one was a little bit scary. A little bit hairy, that one. Good fun, but hairy. So, going back home now. This has been a really great, fun day, and all our members had a wonderful day as well. There was one father there with his son, a young man, 17, and he had a great time. They had an SR Plus as well. I borrowed it. It was a pre-facelift one, or update, call it what you want. And it had, well, the tires were a bit worn down, and compared to this, it was a really different experience because it was a lot looser in the back, and it got, the slip angles were a lot bigger. And but apart from that, so of course you had less grips, and as such you could quickly get into a little bit more hairy situations. And also we tried this car with 3 people in it, and then it suddenly didn't handle situations it had previously handled with me in it that good, and it had a little bit more, went a little bit more straight ahead and didn't turn as easily and didn't maintain, if you pointed the pivot, it didn't pivot quite as easily because it's more weight. And that was an interesting experience as well. And also we tried the park brake, just keeping it in, pushing the button in, and it brakes, goes into being an emergency brake, and it takes the speed down. And also we tried to do the elk test, the moose test, on just going off the throttle, so you have regen, and that takes speed down controllably, and it lets you keep your steering, and it doesn't, because when you brake fully, the ABS will kick in and you will have a different, the car will behave slightly differently. It is actually a little bit more controllable if you just use the automatic, use the park brake, as it were. But it's a fun experience, and it's worth for everybody to try if you can, particularly if it's been many years since because you have to do this. It's mandatory to get a driver's license. It is in Norway and many other countries, and then you never do it again. So a lot of our members that were here today were much older than I am, and they say, well, I haven't done this in 30 years or whatever, and they enjoyed it. They learned a lot about their car and a lot about themselves, because a lot of these things brake fully and keep the brakes planted, and just feeling the ABS and the systems work under you, and then still be able to turn and to have steering and to maintain all of those things, and to do that in a safe environment. It's very important after all, because then you can do now almost every error in the book that you were taught 15, 20, 25 years ago. Don't brake and turn at the same time. Don't do this, don't do that. Now you can do almost anything, as long as you point the reels in roughly the direction you want the car to go. It will try to help you get in that direction as good as it can. It's not magical, but it's a damn sight better than I'm really impressed. You saw it yourself. Yes, it's slippery, but the car still has control. It has control. And when the hill had, and also with more people than the hill had dried up a little bit, we can go up there very easily. And but again, this is to simulate a winter environment, and I'm on summer tires. So were the other standard range, by the way, but they were more worn. So it just shows you the difference between having newer tires and very worn down tires. You also saw the same thing in the Audi. In the elk test, it avoided the first group of people, and then it can't avoid the second. So it just goes full sideways and plows them down. So you had avoided the moose, but you would never have avoided the car coming against you, to put it like that. That's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today, and take care out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Bye bye.